Jake Paul and Ben Askren faced off at a Triller Fight Club this past weekend. And I don't know if you watched the event or if you might have caught the highlights, guys. But, man, this was overall an entertaining night. You had Snoop Dogg on commentary, high as a kite.
Funny. Always funny.
And it was great. It was I like say what you want about whatever, right? About Jake Paul and his fights being staged. We'll talk about that stuff. But look, Triller knows how to put on an event. They know how to put on an event. It was amazing. It was it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed watching it. But Jake Paul, who, as we know, is a YouTuber / boxer, he faced Ben Askren, who was a former MMA guy. Now he stepped into the boxing ring, and Jake Paul, within just under 2 minutes, knocked him out through a ref's decision. Now Askren said he wanted to continue, but the ref said he's not able to. He's not standing upright. And, the fight was over. But a lot of people who watched that footage back, they're saying that this fight might have been a work. And when you take into account the fact that Ben Askren, just shortly after, there were pictures taken of him backstage, and he was laughing, and he was high-fiving people, smiling, big grin on his face. When you take into account the fact that Jake Paul, if you watch the punch back, he actually doesn't make a lot of contact with him in a spot that you would think would knock him out, or it was more of like he didn't even hit him in the kidneys. He kind of just hit him in the hip. Yeah. If you watch it back, and it was kind of a thing. It's got people talking about this might be a work. This might have been an unsanctioned kind of thing, or like WWE, it's fake, pal. But Trevor, what do you think about this? What do you think about this allegation that this fight was fixed?
Now, most people, and you hear this a lot when a guy who's typically not a boxer or whatever, not known for doing what he's doing and doing somewhat well, they will say, "Oh, that's a work. Oh, that's fake," or whatever. Now, one thing I will say, the punch didn't look like it made that much contact, but a well-placed hip punch, especially if it has enough pop behind it, will put somebody down. That's true. But this being a fixed fight, it could be. It definitely could be. I expected Askren to lose personally anyway because, he's an MMA fighter fighting a boxer. Most people believe since he's MMA, he should have the advantage over a YouTuber who has been trained in boxing. I can't stand neither one of those guys. Both the Paul brothers are shitbags to me, but Jake Paul has trained in boxing. So him fighting a MMA fighter who stand-up game was never that good in the first place, it makes sense that he lost. I figured that was that. But the way it was displayed and the way that we saw it play out, it does look like it was fixed. And it's kind of sad, but not surprising if it actually is fixed. Like you said, they both the pay. Did you hear about the payday? The payday was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Jake Paul got his payday. He got $10 million, and then I think Askren got $1 million for being knocked out.
Exactly.
So the payday was crazy, and I'm not saying look again. It was a good show. I was obviously it was fine, right? But the payday does have people thinking that this could have been a little bit of a work. You have a lot of boxers coming out and saying stuff too, who are just like, man, this did not look right. So people, and I think that's warranted, right? Because you also look at who Jake Paul has fought so far. He hasn't really fought a lot of good boxers.
No,
he hasn't. He's fought a few boxers, but the few boxers that he has fought, other than Nate Robinson and then Askren, they have terrible records, and that's kind of the thing. I get kind of building people up like that. That's also what they're doing with Jake Hager in MMA. They're just having him fight like old fat people, and which, hey, nothing against old fat people, man. I will soon be one of them, but
Me too.
But I think that's a tactic of getting someone over. But at this point, I think it's time. Jake Paul, he's big. Everyone knows he's a big money draw. Everyone knows the name. Everyone either loves him or you really hate him. It's time for him to wrestle some real competition. A lot of people think that might be, Wilder. That's a name that's been thrown out there.
I think
Tyson Fury's brother is also someone that's been thrown out there. And the big name that's been thrown out there, Floyd Money Mayweather.
I think
now
would kill him. But
he might, but at the same time, if you really want to test, because Jake Paul likes to talk that he's the best all the time. You want to say you're the best, go up against the best, the person who's unbeaten. And also, like, if you're looking for a financial standpoint, that would be oh my god, like, you thought McGregor Mayweather was big. Just wait till you get the internet, the meme lords involved in these pay-per-view buys. Like, that would be nuts. Especially with Snoop Dogg on commentary.
Oh yeah, of course. Like I said, Snoop Dogg's money. Snoop Dogg needs to commentate everything. I would pay Snoop Dogg to commentate my normal day life because he is amazing. I love Snoop Dogg's commentary. But I see the names you're throwing around. Fury's brother, Wilder, Deontay Wilder, Floyd Mayweather. Like, you have to box somebody before you box those guys. Like, he hasn't really, like, I think he's had like maybe one or two actual boxing matches with actual boxers. Most of the people he's boxed, KSI, Nate Robinson, like, he hasn't really boxed a boxer. Like, I can't really sit here and say he's a great boxer because I haven't really seen him box anybody. I mean, I've seen him train or whatever, and yes, does he have decent skill? Yes, he does. But you got people out here talking about, oh man, I saw a post on Facebook. Oh man, y'all keep talking about Jake Paul. Man, he's good. You see how that boy hit? He just beat an MMA fighter. I'm like, an MMA fighter, a boxer beat an MMA fighter. He's supposed to. Like, I mean, it's a different sport. He's supposed to.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.